Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki and there is my little kitty cat. Um, and today I am going to just quickly talk about this new perfume that I picked up at Ulta. I wanted to treat myself. Honestly, I wanted to buy like 5 perfumes that day, but I controlled myself and just bought one just because designer perfumes are so expensive. They are just so expensive. Um, but yeah, this one has been on my list for a while. This is Irresistible by Givenchy. This is a beautiful take on rose. It's a very modern take. Um, yeah, so let's just jump right in. I'm gonna give myself a quick little spray. I didn't wear this today. I wore Libre today, but I'm gonna spray it on my hand. Yeah, so initially you do get that modern rose. It's not heavy. It's very dewy. It's a very light take on rose, but for me, it is a very powdery top note in my opinion. Um I wasn't really expecting the powder when I first bought it. When I smelled it, you're going to see all, like cats running around behind me. It's okay. Like I have 3. So, hello cats. But um yeah, when I initially smelled this for the first time, I was spraying a ton of perfumes in Ulta, so when I smelled it, I really got more of the rose, just the pleasant rose. But now that I've worn it, ugh, that's somebody's car alarm. Yay. Okay. Now that I've worn it, yeah, I get a strong powdery note, and there is iris in here, and jasmine. Okay, we are back. Sorry about that. I should have made sure I had my iPad right next to me. But okay. So on Fragrantica, trusty dusty Fragrantica, we have the main accords as musky, fruity, rose, powdery, floral, sweet, iris, aquatic, woody, fresh. So I quite agree with this. I don't really get a fruity accord. What I get is I get a musky and a powdery rose. That is still fresh though. It's not your grandma's powder, you know? So the top notes are pear and Brett. Middle notes are rose, iris, and then the base notes are musk and Virginia cedar. So for me, that iris and that ambrette, which is also called musk mallow, those really step forward for me. I get maybe like the slightest hint of pear, and I love pear, so I kind of wish there was a bit more in there to tone down on that powderiness. But I mainly get the wham bam of iris and ambrette, and then the rose right there too, right behind it to really put it forward as a rose perfume. So I have no issue with this being a rose perfume, and I have no issue with this being a powdery perfume. I just wasn't necessarily expecting the powderiness. Even though I had watched a ton of reviews, I was really expecting more of just like a really fresh, dewy rose. But that is okay. I would say that this is a very safe work scent. I think this scent is for older people. I like white florals and I like classic florals, and I don't mind powdery notes. So for me, this is totally fine. But if you struggle with powdery notes, I might rethink this one just a little bit. But this is a very inoffensive scent. It's very inoffensive. It's just a rose powdery perfume that is not too heavy. I will say the sillage on this is pretty light. It's like medium. It's there, but I could see it fading really heavily throughout the day. I wore it on a really hot day that was also windy, so I don't feel like it lasted as long in the breeze, but I really like this. It's been on my list for a long time. You can get a pretty good size. This was $95 at Ulta. I think the packaging is beautiful. The blush pink is a perfect way to represent this fragrance. In the back you kind of have like the cushioning. I think it's very classy. I am going to do a perfumes I wear to work video, and this will definitely make that list. Like, this makes you smell fresh, it makes you smell clean, but it's not overpowering. It's not going to fill up a room. If you work in like tighter spaces, if you're a nurse, if you work in a cubicle, this is not going to fill up a room. This is going to be just for you and your bubble scent. So when people come up to you, they're going to think you smell really nice, really sweet, but work appropriate. um it's mature without being too old. So I think this is good. This is good for, I would say, like, it's good for a mom. It's a good mom scent without feeling too dated, but this is also good for just a girl who just likes to feel pretty in pink, classy, preppy. um it's just very classy and feminine. You can't go wrong with this. This isn't a groundbreaking scent, but it is unique in the regard that it is a very powdery rose, but it manages not to be heavy, it manages not to be cloying, and it manages not to be too dated. So I think they did a good job here. This is my first Givenchy scent. I do want to try the other flankers in this range. I do want to try Rose Velvet to see how I like that. That I believe has black currant and is supposed to maybe be a little bit sexier. Um, but this is a really, really good, safe daytime work scent, and that's the category I would put this in. This is like also a good like Mother's Day scent. Like if I, if I was like meeting my boyfriend's mom for the first time, like I might wear something like this. Something that is just mass appealing, but still very classy and not too loud. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this. I love how square it is. And it feels very heavy, it feels very luxe. It's just very classy. I like this. I will say there's probably more on my list that are more exciting and more groundbreaking that I want to try, but I'm glad I have this. You need perfumes for all types of occasions, and not every scent needs to be a sexy scent, and not every scent needs to be a powerhouse scent. There is truly a scent for every occasion, and um, yeah, I like it, but I do enjoy rose and I do enjoy white florals. So when I smell more serious white florals, it doesn't turn me off and I don't get scared by it. I don't think of old lady, except maybe for like gardenia. Gardenia sometimes I'm like, ugh, this is giving old lady. But all the notes in here, the pear, the ambrette, the iris, I like those. I like iris perfumes. They tend to make perfumes a bit more serious, but I like them. So yeah, Givenchy Irresistible. So yes, the next video I'm gonna do probably is my Dossier collection. I have really been loving Dossier because as someone who is trying to grow their collection fairly quickly, it does start to add up money-wise, and with Dossier you get to try a lot of iconic perfumes at a really reasonable price. So I have, how many Dossier perfumes? I have one, two, three. I have three Dossier perfumes right now, and I have four in my cart that I am planning on getting within the next week. So once I have about, I guess that'll put me at like seven. So I will probably go ahead and do a collection review at that point and then keep growing it. I am really excited to try some perfumes on a good budget. So yeah, I really wanted to go to Ulta and just drop so much money and get full size bottles of all the perfumes I've been wanting, but I really just have been trying to budget better. So I just picked up this one and I called it a day. This is the one that just spoke to me in the moment. Um, I smelled, what did I smell? I smelled some Lancome perfumes that I wanted. My nose is changing. Like when I originally smelled like Donna Born in Roma, and I originally smelled like Lancome Idol, these classy, classic perfumes. I just was like hit with like all of these strong notes. Like Donna Born in Roma, like it just almost smelled like peppery to me. And I do think there is pink pepper in there. And then with the Lancome, I smelled um like a really heavy patchouli base, but now that I smell them, like they smell so good. Like I smell La Vie Belle too, and before it was just like such a heavy patchouli, but now it's like I don't even get the patchouli. So I think my nose is getting more sophisticated, which I love, because I really do want to dive into some of these deeper scents. um I'm just like kind of in that mood right now. Like I'm in a very like white floral classy mood right now. And I'm also in a mood where I just want like more complex scents. But I have a couple like more simple scents in my carts as well. So again, like I do want to have a broad collection for different moods, just like with jewelry, just with like my clothes, I really like to change depending on my mood. So yeah. But yeah, this is a very nice scent. A mom would really like this scent. And I don't mean that in like it's old lady at all, but like it just is very fresh. It's almost like a rose baby powder. And I don't, it's like, I feel like when someone says something smells like baby powder, it's supposed to be an insult, but it just smells fresh and soft to me and clean. Just very bright and clean. And I love it. So, anyway, I'm gonna enjoy this day. This was a very short review. I feel like it was a little bit all over the place. Cats are running everywhere behind me, but yeah. Thank you for watching and sticking around, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!